Well, hello everybody. Happy Sunday. I thought you would enjoy. I found that video the other day and I thought it was a nice little addition to this. Thank you for joining me today on Health by Frequency. Of course, you know, guys know how I am. Anybody that's watching me, I've got a computer here, and we're going to see how this goes. I'm not as prepared as I was for the last one that I did, so I may not be showing all those same things, but based on the amount of people I have in the groups, I want you guys to respond to me via chat. What would you guys think about maybe just jumping on Zoom with me? And we do that instead of doing this live one. That way we can be a little bit more interactive with each other. That's an option I'm going to throw out to you guys. So if that's something you want to do, or if that is something you want to do at the end, maybe. We can do that as well. If you guys want to do like a Q&A or something like that. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I don't know if you guys could hear the video. I guess it might have been muted. So how many of you would want to jump on Zoom? If you can just put in the chat a yay or a nay, or, you know, have you used Zoom before? If you haven't used Zoom before, it's no big deal. I'll just keep rolling. But I didn't think many would be on here today, and I was right, and that's cool. Something just a little more personal. Let me know what your thoughts on that are, please. Okay. All right. We'll just keep rolling with it then. Okay. So Health by Frequency is me. That's what I call this. The actual device that we're talking about, though, and I was charging it over here, is Healy. So this is a Healy. It is a little tiny device, something to compare it to. Okay, here's a pen. Smaller than a pen, not even half the size. Very tiny little device. And what the Healy does is this has a quantum sensor in it that correlates with an app on your phone. Actually, multiple apps. Actually, I'll show you that because I have that. These are the different apps that Healy uses. So the main app is called, we call it the pink dot. The pink dot app is where if you get the regular Healy Gold, the Healy Holistic, or the Healy Holistic Plus, and also the resonance though, this is where all of those pages of programs are. The sleep, the job, pain, gold cycles, bioenergetic, protection programs, chakras, learning. Oh man, there's so many. I actually have a list of those. I'll go through those next. But the pink app is where the Healy is mainly used 99% of the time, just being honest with you. The blue dot app, this is for the resonance. So this actually will scan the body, scan your aura, you know, whatever's going on, and it will give you biofeedback on what it is saying, what it is registering and reading in your body that it needs. Now, sometimes it comes with some funky things that you would never assume, but there are always things going on with our body that we may not realize are going on with our body that this actually has the ability to detect. This is not an app where you are able to like input information, like what your symptoms are to get feedback. It just scans it. It also does have the ability to keep like a client list if you have friends, family, and or clients that you are doing different sessions with, whether closely or remotely, because you can do this remotely as well. They do not have to be within your area or your bubble. In order for them to be able to receive the frequencies, you can send this to someone that is a distance from you. So that quantum processors, energy fields, the options are endless. So the blue app is what comes with the resonance. And then the Heal Advisor app. I have not touched on this before, but I'm touching on it today because a couple things have come up in the last week. I feel it's important that everybody knows in regards to the Heal Advisor app. So giving your opinion, perception, past experience on what has worked for you in regards to a program is not necessarily something that you should suggest to someone else to do. So the Heal Advisor app is that search engine where you can input the information of different symptoms you're going through or something that you're just looking for in general. You can input that information into it, and the entire cloud system will go through all of the programs that have ever been input in here and give you feedback of which programs you should run. So it's an advisor for you. But this is where you can't get into trouble by giving a suggestion because you're getting the information from the Heal Advisor app. So it's not from your brain, it's from that, and that's how that's okay. So if you are interested in getting a Healy, what they're running right now is if you get the Heal Advisor app, which is $37, then you get it now before the end of June. You do not have to pay the monthly subscription after 1st of July. You get to get the app, you get to use it, you don't have to pay for it. So highly suggested that you get that. Two different things about it. I'm just going to touch on it now because I'm not going to talk about this later. Is when you go to the website and you choose your Healy, and then if you want to get the Heal Advisor app and you click on that, there's a little space in there that asks for a serial number. The serial number, let me get rid of this. The serial number you're going to put in is 6 of these, 01, 01, 01, 01, 01, 01. So 6 times of 01. And then when you actually receive your Healy and it has the serial number on the back of it, anyways, there's a serial number. Oh, I have it upside down here. So your serial number is directly correlated to the app. They're attached. So we just send in a ticket, give them the correct serial number, they switch it, and then you can use the Heal Advisor app. But this is the way that everybody can get away with being able to get it before the end of the month without having to put in a legitimate serial number for it. Okay, so I hope that helps. Okay, let's the Heal Advisor also, there are different options for like a digital nutrition one. And there's a watch app as well. I have heard, I have not guaranteed this, but I have heard that there may be a sale on the watches coming up around the corner. The watches will always have a subscription. They always have, they always will. So there's no way of skirting around that situation that, we're trying to take advantage of right now with the sale. So just putting that out there. So this, nope, not that button. Hang on. I can't remember which buttons I did. Okay, so these are the 4 Healys. I'll make this just a little bit bigger because nobody cares about seeing my face anyways. Okay, so the Healy Gold is usually $470. Always is. I don't know what it's going to be in the future. They haven't given us price breakdowns yet. The Healy Gold only comes with the gold cycles. The Healy Holistic Health is on sale for the $470 right now. So this is what you get, and you get the pages. Actually, I can just throw the pages on here and I'll put it on the other side. I'll make it a little smaller. Come on, get smaller. I'll fix it. Just give me a second. Not that one, this one. Make this bigger for you guys to see. I can only make it so big. I'm going to try my best. Nope, that's as big as I can get it. Maybe. You guys know me, I can finagle things. Okay, screw it. We're going with that. Okay, so the Holistic Health comes also with the Pain and Psyche, Bioenergetic pages 1 and 2, Mental Balance, Meridian 1 and 2, Job, Sleep, Beauty, Skin, and the Deep Cycle. So right now, also anybody that gets it before June 30th gets the Deep Cycle programs automatically and gets to keep those as well. After June 30th, they're all going to be subscription prices. The Holistic Health Plus is normally $1,413. It is on sale for $942. The Holistic Health Plus comes with all of those pages I just listed, along with learning, fitness, chakras, the protection programs. So it comes with every single page option available. The Resonance comes with all of the pages available, but it also comes with the Analyze app for doing the scanning. I'll put that back up a little later if anybody wants to see that again. But these are the ones that are on sale right now. So if you are interested at all in the business side of things as far as helping others, the Resonance is what I would suggest. You have the highest advantage to do the most for others with that one. If you're going to be using it for personal use and you want that as well, I have just upgraded mine and I have it, so I want to be able to do some extra things now that I've had some time to play around with it, and I truly believe and I know what this is, and I've felt not only myself but others what it's done for them. That for me was what I needed in order to take that extra step. That's how I personally am, kind of little fruitcake like that stuff. But this is never going to happen again. I'm being very honest with you. The United States will never see this price again for these, very likely. They have been very lenient over the last year, and they've done the sale several times. My gut is telling me that you're not going to see these numbers again for a long time. That's just what my gut's telling me, because the next country they're going to be launching, that's where the sales and everything are going to be, which Canada. Canada is not open right now. September, October is what I'm getting. We've been trying to get it done for going on a year come September, October, because I heard about it last year that September in the fall it was supposed to get rolling, and it's just still not yet. You can sign up as a member if you want to, and have a placement hold for when the time does come and you can go make your purchase. That is an option to do right now, but you can't make any actual purchases. So it is what it is. I'm really sorry, but almost everything else is open. I had a gentleman from the UK last week. He got his in like 2 days, like literally 2 days. I was blown away. So what you do with the Healy is You turn the device on. It has a power button in the middle. Can't see it. Okay, you can kind of see the little flashing light. Okay, it's turned on. And then what you do, it's very simple. And that's why I like this. I like something that's simple and easy for me to use. You go to your Bluetooth and you turn your Bluetooth on. And then you go over and you find the Healy app and you click it. And it's sitting down here. It's finding it, and then you hit next because my Healy is already attached to it. Let me talk about that for a moment. So a couple people have asked this question. The Healy is attached to the device that it was originally tagged with. Okay, so if you want to share one of these with friends and family, get a tablet or something, an iPad that the Healy can go with it. Okay, that's the only way you can get around that, because deleting the app and then putting it on someone else's phone and then reattaching it and then deleting it off theirs and get it back on yours, pain in the rear end. Just don't suggest it, personal opinion. But if that's something, you know, if you're going to share it with family, that's what you do. So now that it's attached, stinking light. I wonder if I shut this light off, if that'll help. Nope, not at all. Figures. Okay. So there are all of these. Maybe if I open one, it'll be a little better. Okay, that kind of helps. So like in the job sleep, you have all these different programs to pick from. And now each one of these programs, like activation, okay, great thing to do in the morning. You want to get your brain firing. You've got a big meeting at work or something like that, something important you got to do. You want to activate your brain and keep it at its high functioning optimum. You can run that in the morning and just be going. In that program, it's not just one frequency. There are multitudes of frequencies that are within that program. So if you see the numbers switching around, don't worry about that. You'll also see where, like my body, for some reason, when it's like 0.7 hertz or something like that, it doesn't like those low ones, at least because the line turns black and my percentage is low and, you know, different things like that. So it's reading your body as it's running the programs, because as time goes on, the more you run the program, the less of a certain hertz frequency it will need for certain areas, because your cells have kind of already, you know, adapted and changed their firing and, you know, have improved in all these different areas. So just understand, if you see that thing like switching different hertzes and different percentages, just let it do its thing. The only thing that is truly important when the Healy is running is that it's going to show black because I don't have it connected on my wrist, so I'll show you that in a second. But when it's sitting here, it downloads the program. As you can see, it's very quick. It takes a minute. So the app is now telling the Healy which microcurrents it's going to be running through you. And then once it's done, it'll just sit here and it's going to register different things. But I want you to see what it's registering. So, but for me, it's going to be a black line, and that's what I want you to see at the moment. And in the Healy, you do have, that's the charging port. And then those are the connectors for your connector wires, which I will show you in a second. But you take one of them, you stick it in there. One goes on one wrist, one goes on the other. So when it starts up, you can see it says activation 15%. God, my glare is horrible. Okay. And it's sitting here and it's pulsating. Well, it's trying to read me, but I'm not attached. Some of these you can do in vibration. I'll explain in a second. So when it starts, when it's in black, it's always going to start at 15%. I usually now, after using it for a year, I still sit at like 30-35%. That's usually where my number is sitting. I had to start somewhere, and when you start with the gold cycles for the first week or two minimum. I'll give you like a protocol thing to kind of get started. Yes, I know. But don't think that you have to turn the intensity level, this percentage, up to 100%. You don't have to. If your body, though, is needing that, especially like in the beginning, that may be where you're at, and it's okay. But do not assume that you are not getting a current running through you because you can't feel it. You don't want to feel it. Okay? It is very important that you understand that. It's a philosophy that not a lot of people grasp yet, but just because you can't feel the current running through you doesn't mean there isn't current running through you. Okay? And you never want to overdo it. So the whole point with the activation process is increase the percentage until the line turns white or gray. Gray is good. Gray is usually there's only two different programs in here that use gray, and they've left my brain for a moment, but it'll come to me. But sometimes it's gray, and gray is fine for those programs. But usually it's black or white. So when you get it to white, and it's sitting there and it's staying white, awesome. Bump it down. Take it down 5%. Okay. That way, the one thing you never want to do is you never want to overdo it, because running too many frequencies in a day, like personally, the suggestion is 5 or 6 at most per day. That's after you've gone through the first 2-week protocol to get your body used to it. And you can do whatever you want at that time frame, but it's highly suggested that you just don't do more than 5 or 6 because you don't want to overload your body. Okay. Another good thing to do is grounding with it. You got frequencies coming in. Mother Earth is going to send frequencies up. It's also really good for anti-inflammatory. Just saying, that's a good thing to do. All right. So before you get started and pick your program and everything, how you put your whole thing together, like I said, I wasn't totally ready today. And I will go into the chat and I will look at all the questions. I'm just trying to cover some bases first, but you have it on. You don't even have to have it on to do this. You plug them into both ports. Okay. 2 millimeter attaches to a wristband. Just snap it on. Put the wristband on. Okay. Now there are wristbands that come with it. They are black. A lot of people really like them. I'm so used to what I have. I haven't even tried them, but a lot of people really like them. Oh, these aren't the right ones. These are the old ones. I've got so many sets of wristbands, it's ridiculous. So anyways, they come with a different wristband. It's usually all black, right where this part is. The important part with the conductivity of this is you need to have some kind of a tangible wet source. So whether that is gel that you put on them, cotton pads that are soaked in water, you want to put it either under, over, wherever you're putting your frequencies, but I highly suggest you put it under the area where it's connected. Put it on your wrist, tighten this baby up, do it on both sides. I'm not even going to do it because I can't get it to work right now. Make sure both of them are connected. If you're running white on your program for a long time and all of a sudden it starts going black, check your connection. That's one thing. Make sure that they're still wet. That's another thing. Third thing, maybe increase the intensity a little bit. If none of those work, you're dehydrated. That's just what it is. Water is a significant thing with the Healy. If you are dehydrated, the currencies are not going to run through your body as well. So if you have purchased a Healy or you were in the considering it doing so, my suggestion is that once you do the purchase, you better start drinking double the water that you're doing right now. That way, when the Healy gets here, your body's really hydrated and you're going to be ready to go. Okay, just a personal suggestion. Nobody drinks enough water. Well, I've only come across a couple people that actually drink as much water as they're supposed to, but even I don't drink as much water, but I drink a different water, so we know why I don't drink as much water as most people. Now, like this particular program, it says it has 52 minutes. Oops, wrong way. So like 52 minutes. You can see how the hertz are all changing. It's all black. Nothing's coming out of the phone or out of the Healy at me. It's in my bubble, but there is a new thing called a coil. Okay, the coil inserts into the positive and negative, and the coil is a new option that they came out with because they're always diversifying and coming up with great new things with us. What it does is instead of having to have the wristbands connected, you can have a coil. The coil goes in and you can stick this in your pocket or wherever you want, and you can just walk around and the frequencies are coming through your energy field. They're vibrating into you. Okay. So you don't have to have the direct connection. However, it is highly suggested that if you are using the coil, that at least 2 to 3 days out of that week time frame, you still get hooked up and run microcurrents through the wristbands. Okay, safety thing. So the coil does make it just a little bit, a little easier. If you run to the grocery store, you don't have to have the wristbands on and wondering if people are questioning. I could care less what anybody thinks about my wristbands. People ask me all the time what it is, and I tell them. But if that is embarrassing for you or something you don't want to deal with, you can just put the coil in and take it with you, and you're still going to be doing what you're doing, but that's a new option. I suggest there are 2 different coils, and it depends on the Healy you have. One Healy is like totally solid, okay? The other Healy has a little corner piece that's kind of open right here. And which Healy you have depends on which coil you get. So if you're going to get a Healy, wait to get it, then get the coil so you know which one you have. Because I don't think there is a specific thing like the resonance is getting these Healys or the holistic health. No, it doesn't matter. All Healys look the same because all the programs are down through the app, and that's how they correlate with each other. So in the future, if you had the Holistic Health Plus, okay, just as an example, and you decided that down the road you did want to get the resonance, you can. You can upgrade. You put in the serial number for your Healy that you want to upgrade. They will upgrade it. You update your system, and then you get the new app and the new access to the new things. You can also, like if you wanted the holistic health, the this one, the holistic health. Say you wanted the holistic health, but you wanted the chakras programs in addition to it. You can do that. You just buy the chakras, again, put in your serial number, and it will automatically attach to your Healy. So there are going to be, you do have the ability to do that. If you want to start something now and do something later, you can. Just be aware, it may be a monthly subscription after July 1st. Right now, it is a flat rate that you can buy that extra page for to have for forever. After July 1st, it will be a monthly subscription. Okay, that's why we're doing these phone calls. Oh, very important. You have shoulder pain, for example. I hold a lot of my tension and stress up in my shoulders and my neck. No wonder why. But they have little sticky adenodes that they also attach to. And these are, again, 2 millimeter. And the reason I say that is because there are a lot of different things you can find online. Like I purchased some wristbands from Amazon because my wristbands didn't come with my Healy because, they were kind of crazy and when it first started, but now everything is totally working great. And I bought the wrong size. And I couldn't get anything to work right, and I couldn't figure out why, because I'm a girl and I don't think about, millimeter sizes on these things not matching up, I didn't think about that. And that's what it was. So it's 2 millimeter, but they snap on as well, and you can put them on specific areas of your body. Specific areas of your body, here's something important. Number 1, if you have a pacemaker, do not do this. Okay, pacemaker's big. No. We don't want to misfire somebody's heart. Okay, that runs under an electrical system. This is an electrical system. Okay, they can mess with each other. Big no. Metal pieces in your body. Okay, I have a lot of friends that have a lot of metal pieces. When they run it on the wristbands, they have no issue. Some of them have put the adenodes near them and have still not had an issue. However, it is frowned upon to put these like directly on. If you have a bar in your back or something like that that's causing you a lot of pain, you do not want to intentionally stick those things like right on it. Okay. Just take that as a precautionary thing and just think about the logistics with it. You can have it around it. I think it's within like 6 inches. You should try and keep it. Be on the safe side. Use personal judgment, trial and error. I just want to make sure I'm telling you guys like a couple precautionary things to think about. Before I lose my brain. But it's good for like lower back pain or something. If you have a certain area, those adenodes are great. And you can use the pain ones right in that area and it'll just attack that area. Healy also comes with a warranty. You have a 2-year warranty and it has a 14-day money-back guarantee from date of purchase. It may be 14 days from day of arrival. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart. But if you got like the resonance and 4 or 5 years down the road, well, guess what? It actually accidentally falls in the toilet. You know, you're past your warranty and you soaked it and the rice bag isn't working to get it out. So you have to replace the Healy. You only need to replace the device. You do not have to replace all of the pages and all the apps or whatever it is that you had made any purchases in the past. You only have to replace the device. Okay, so I think that's a wonderful thing. So you get the pages for life. It's a one-hit wonder. I like one-hit wonders. I don't like the other ones. So, okay. I will go to the chat, see what I've got in here for questions. Oh, I should do this real quick. So, I should have done this in the beginning. Sorry. I'm just not with it today. Healy is FDA approved. Okay, this is a medical device. Yes, you may be able to get your health savings account to cover this. You may. So that is something to think about. This is an FDA medical device for pain. That's just an extra bonus I'm just throwing out there. So the FDA approved the device for. The device is designed to be used for temporary relief of pain associated with sore and aching muscles of the shoulder, waist, back, arms, and legs due to strain from exercise or normal household work activities, and for symptomatic relief and management of chronic intractable pain and relief of pain associated with arthritis. Okay, and the big one is inflammation. There was also another thing I wanted to read. Okay, I'm just going to start from the beginning on this one. Healy is a microcurrent medical device that has been cleared by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration only for local relief of acute, chronic, and arthritic pain and muscle soreness due to overexertion. Healy has non-medical applications that use individualized microcurrent frequencies, IMF, to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Always use your Healy in accordance with its instructions for use. Something also I'm just letting everybody know, after the 4th of July, somewhere between, that maybe not this upcoming 4th of July weekend, but right after, I am going to do a Zoom, and I want to do like a training overhaul with everybody that got them in the last couple of weeks. And I'll very much so make this an accommodated time frame for everyone to be able to attend. I want to do a run through with you. I want you to have your device in front of you. I want you to go through that trial and error thing and have someone there that has also gone through it, that kind of knows some of those answers to help make sure everything is working, that you guys know exactly what you should be doing for the first week or two with the gold cycles, and then what you can do from there. And just know that I'm very hands-on. I'm not one, it's like, oh, you got yours, great, you can deal with corporate now. Nah, that's not me. I'm a very hands-on individual. I like to make sure that, your stuff is working, that you're happy, if there's something I can do to help, stuff like that. So that's what I'm here for. All right, now I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go into the chat for a moment. Wish I could make this bigger. Can you use the coil on your pet? Yes. Bonus, there is actually an animal kit. It's $55 and it is specific for animal use. They're using them on dogs, cats, horses. One lady's going to start using it on our goats. There is a kit that they created specifically with attachment devices, because obviously animals have fur. So you can get that kit and use it specifically on animals. Yes, you can have it resonating next to them. You will also find that your animals can tell when you're running your frequencies. I'm just telling you. If your animals start getting all snuggly up on you, it's because they can tell and they can feel it. And animals are also more sensitive to these than we are, even, because animals, they don't have the psychological problems that we do. So they can really sense those frequencies, and they can feel it and they like it. They also will leave. If they leave and they want to get away from it, let them, because they know when they are getting overloaded. And just remember, body proportions and structure and stuff like that. Horses love it. The cats love it. My dogs love it. If I'm running my frequencies, man, they're just like right on top of me, like stink. But yes, that's what it is designed for, is having the coil, is to be able to run it on like a vibrational energy field within your person. And there are also in some of the pages will tell you, it'll have little pictures, and it'll either show, like something on the wrist. That means you need to put the wristbands on for that particular program, or it will have like little dots on the body. That means you should use the add node programs. The planetary protection, like, or some of the protection programs, they won't have anything. It just automatically is a vibrational one of your energy field. So not all programs require that connection, and the coil obviously can go back and forth with either. So just trying to be clear on that. Sorry, I tried email. Stupid thing. I tried through. I keep getting this error message. Do you have a different email listed on this page? A few questions. Which one is listed on the page? Let me just check. Oh, yeah, let's change that. The email, I didn't see this before. So it says health by frequency Healy@gmail.com. Yeah, let's use a different one. The one that is listed up here running across the screen is correct. Absolutely, because I've been using it all day. Health by frequency at protonmail.com. Okay. So again, health by frequency at protonmail.com. Go bigger so I can watch this again. I know the Okay, so yeah, the Healy website today has been a pain in my rear as well. This is what's going to be happening between now and June 30th. It's going to be overloaded. Everybody is trying to get in there, especially this weekend. All the people that have Healys are going in and upgrading to that Heal Advisor app because it's going to be free after July 1st. That's an addition that I wasn't expecting to have it backlogged. But a lot of people, because this sale is ending and they're switching, it may take a while. It may take a while in order for the order to process. I have had one running this morning for almost 2 hours that I'm probably going to have to redo the whole thing on anyways, because for some reason it's just not processing once we get to once we put all the information in and putting the credit card in, it's just sitting there. But I did another one earlier this morning. It went right through. So, patience, please just understand they're being just overloaded because of the sale in the United States right now. Evening, early morning seems to be a little bit better than midday, especially on a weekend. Just saying. But the website that is running across here is correct. The website on Health by Frequency on YouTube and on Facebook is correct. If it asks you for your sponsor, that means you went to the wrong link. If and you need to go to the correct link. If you do not have a sponsor, and I'm a sponsor, if you do not have a sponsor, you cannot buy the Healy. That's how it is. You have two options as well. You can be a customer, which means you own a Healy, you have it, you use it for personal self, or you can be a member. A member is a person that is looking at this for the business side part of it. If you ever potentially are going to be not just using these for clients or potentially selling these in the future, you want to be a member. I don't think there's a problem with if you start as a customer and becoming a member later, but you still have to have a Healy. The Healy watch. So that's coming up possibly next month as a sale thing. You have to have a Healy in order to be able to purchase and use the Healy watch. You get an app with the watch still, but you have to have a Healy originally. So I'm just letting you know they do have some little things in there of quirks, of what you have to do. So Desiree, I hope that answered your question on the correct email to get in touch with me. Do I have a private Facebook page for just your buyers under you? I don't yet, Kristen, but that's a good idea. I have zero qualms about doing that. Um, and you know what? I don't have a problem with doing that anyway, which is just a private chat between us. I'm totally down for that. So I'll create one of those pages, Kristen. Great idea. All right, let me go check YouTube. Oh, come on. Oh, nobody's even in there. So there's no cancel. Okay, so nobody's watching on YouTube. That's a blessing. Just kidding, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I think I have gone through just about everything that I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, the book. Anybody that does get one of the Healys from me, you get a book for free. Usually I charge $50 minimum for this book. This is a book that is Healy approved by their legal compliance team. That was fun, but we got it approved. So this is a book that has everything Healy in it. It has all their flyers, their price sheets, all their do's and don'ts, because there's so much in here. There's so much data that they provide. Honestly, that is a blessing because, you know, when you're dealing with a complicated thing like here, and especially with electrical stuff, Mama doesn't do so well. But it has first steps, do's and don'ts. I even put, you know, the comp plan in here for people that aren't interested in the business. I'm not going to put that in, so you don't have to deal with it. But it has guide for all your applications. And the reason I think this stuff is important is information, you know, helps. So it goes through and gives you descriptions of not just what the program is, but what it's designed for. That way you can also make sure that you're picking the right things. And that's kind of essential. I do the Analyze app, which is for the scanner. That's actually one of the bigger manuals because there's a lot to that. The Heal Advisor app manual, the watch manual, just in case you decide you're going to do it, you're already going to have that information. And then I also do policies and procedures just so everybody understands everything. So I like to make sure that you have a manual. Let me tell you, this reference, it's essentially a reference guide. This is going to be used a lot more than you think. Especially if you're considering the business part, you can actually take that in with you when you're going in to meet with chiropractors, holistic, biofeedback practitioners. You know, there's a lot more of them around than you think, and they love it. So that's something that's very handy and helpful. Is the book downloadable or do you mail it out? I mail it out. I mail it out and you get a tracking number for it. I make these myself. I do have them printed I have the pages printed because there's a lot of pages and it's in color and he gives me a good deal, pretty decent deal. Because printing in color is not cheap. I do the books. I send them out. You get a tracking number. Only people that buys one from me get it included. Nobody else does. So that's just not how it works. So that's, yes, I get you the book and I make sure I get your mailing address and I email you the tracking number and everything so that you know exactly what it is and you can't miss it. It's in a big package. So, but I also make sure it's going to show up and not be broken or anything like that. So, well, there's not many other questions in here, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to put a number in the comment. This number, if you go to Zoom and you want to jump in on a call with me and ask some questions or we deal with some things, you can jump in on Zoom with me. If you need, all you do is you go into your Zoom app, you click join, you put in that number, and I'll let you in. So if anybody wants to jump on Zoom with me, run through some questions, I'm more than happy to do that. I appreciate everyone being with me here today. Again, if you want to email me, it's healthbyfrequency@protonmail.com, right there. If you want to go to the website, I will actually pause this for a moment on that, if I can remember how. I can. I will pause it for a moment when it gets here. Oh, screw it. It's not going to do it. Okay. Nope, it's not going to do it. I'll put the link in the comments again. That's what I will do. In order to get your Healy, and just remember, they're just overloaded right now. So understand that it may just take a little while to process through the whole thing. Just be patient with the system. Also, if you go through the whole process and proceed to check out, and then it shows like the same screen again and you don't get like a confirmation, don't hit checkout again. Okay, go check your email to see if you have an order, and check your bank account to see if the money's come out. Okay, if you have any issues whatsoever, I can get through anything. I can get anything fixed. I can help with all the problems. I'm taking a lot of phone calls and I'm doing a lot of the processing the orders myself right now. This is, you know, what I am here to do. I'm here to help to make sure that this is a smooth transitional process. But right now, because of the sale, it's kind of, it's not the most pleasant because you have to wait and you just have to have some patience and some understanding. And I have somehow with my children the patience like you wouldn't believe, like a rock. I can just sit there and it doesn't bother me. So if you want some help, I can start, you know, taking information, processing things, and then as everything goes through, you know, you'll start seeing that stuff come through. The only thing that has ever seemed to have been a problem, it's, you know, your bank. You may have to pre-authorize, like if you go through and try and you don't see anything happening or anything, or if you sometimes even get an email saying like the purchase happened, but it says processing on it. That means your order did not actually go through. Please check your bank account. If the money did not come out, that means you have to call your bank, authorize the transaction, and then we have to go back in and place the order again. They will not attempt again to process it. They don't do it that way. So you may just have to call, let them know it's coming from Healy, because sometimes it does look, I believe it looks international. I don't remember. It's been a while since I saw the bank parts, but it says like Healy.de or something like that. That's why I'm saying that. But you may need to authorize the transaction for the certain amount, let the bank know this is coming from Healy, and then it should go through just fine. We've only had that happen twice in the last week, where it looked like it went through. We double checked with corporate. It did not. They did not see it come out of their bank. They authorized it. We processed it. Everything was fine. So it's not a difficult thing. Just might have some hiccups. Just understand I'm here to help, and just be patient. So I am going to get off here and I'm going to open the Zoom. If anybody wants to join me on there, I'll leave that open for like the next half hour, 45 minutes. If I don't see anybody in there, I am going to close it at 2:30 p.m., which is 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. You can always email me. You can message me. Whatever you guys need to do, I'm here to help. I hope this was helpful, as I have a tendency to ramble, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day.